Mandibuzz is a Pokemon that's had a lot of usage in Generation 7, but hasn't been seen at all in Generation 9, mainly because fairy types such as the Flutter Mane have made it really difficult, even with terrestrialization. However, I think Mandibuzz has had a really strong potential for Regulation H, and I gotta put my mouth where my money is. So we're gonna be trying out a Mandibuzz team that also features Choice Band Wugtrio on Sand and seeing how well it can perform. This Sand team I saw online has so many tricks, and it really did catch my interest. Let's break it down. First, we have the Tyranitar with the Assault Vest and the Sandstream to summon the Sand. And of course, pretty standard Tyranitar. We have the Terra Flying that gives it a pretty strong Terra Blast, which is really nice, but pairs well because you do have a Garchomp that you go for Earthquake next to. It's able to help out against several weaknesses, including grass type attacks, fighting type attacks, and of course, lets you hit them super effectively. And pretty strong option. Knockoff and Rock Slide are pretty good coverage options. Low Kick for that fighting coverage to hit Ursaluna and other Pokemon hard. It is a pretty good mod, especially against Size Spam too, and helps out with Weather to help out against Sun and Rain teams. Next, we have the Garchomp with the Sand Veil. And running Sand Veil, even though Rough Skin is an ability, but you know what? You got Sandstream, you know, just focus on the Sand and capitalize it, because if your opponent misses an attack in the Garchomp, could be massive because you're running Clear Amulet on this Garchomp to prevent Intimidates or any stat drops, and powering it up with that Sword Stance option. And if you get one Sword Stance setup, especially with Garchomp not taking any damage, can be very powerful. Terra Fairy to help out against the Dragon type mons out there, especially the Scale Shot Dragonite that's been very common recently. And you go for the Terra Fairy, Sword Stance up, have that Sand break through that multi-scale. You can follow up with a Sami Tantrum if they Terra or the powerful Dragon Claw. Next, we have the Wugtrio, and don't even get me started on this mon, but it is a very weird mon. Its best attributes are its attack and speed. They aren't incredible, but its defenses are atrocious. Let me just say it's atrocious. A pure water type and Triple Dive. Now, Triple Dive is a 3-hit move of a water type attack that is weak. It's like Surgery Strikes, but absolutely way worse than it, and it can miss. It's 95% accurate. I don't know why this decision is, hey, we gave the Urshifu Surging Strikes, and then we give this mon Triple Dive. Could be funny because it's like a way worse Surging Strikes in every single way possible. Sand Veil, because you have a Sand team, so it's a water type that fits with the Sand mode and can technically benefit from it. The Choice Band for the extra damage output, because why not? You have double water type moves into Triple Dive and the Aqua Jet. The Triple Dive can allow you to KO Sneasler, which is actually a pretty neat tech. And then you have the dark coverage, because this Pokemon also doesn't get good coverage options either. So you're running Throat Chop and Sucker Punch in case you need a move to hit something that resists water type attacks. It's a really weird mon, and I don't understand it still, but you know what? The theme of the team is Sand. You have Sand Veil. Why not? Next, we have the Mandibuzz with the Overcoat ability, which is a fantastic ability. Prevents the Mandibuzz from taking the chip damage from Sandstream. Prevents it from being affected by powder moves like Rage Powder and Spore. Absolutely, I think this mon has a lot of potential. Citrus Berry for the recovery on this team. And the Terra Steel as a defensive option for those super effective Fairy type attacks and those Ice type attacks that can affect the Mandibuzz. The moveset, you have so many moves that Mandibuzz can run, but this one, running the Foul Play, running the Tailwind, and Roost for the recovery, and then Taunt to help out against, again, Trick Room, against Amoonguss, and more. Finally, we have the Size Spam mode with the Delphox and the Male Entity. We've seen Size Spam do well with Sand, being able to win a regional championship in this format already by Nils. And this one, pretty unique option. We have the Magician Psychic Seed ability. So you have the Psychic Seed that activates with the Psychic Surge, allows Delphox to be pretty tanky on the special side. And then Magician, if you go for an attack into your opponent, you're able to steal an item from them. And it is pretty unique here, as being able to steal opposing items can be pretty big, like a loaded dice on Dragonite, Assault Vest, choice items, you name it. There's a lot you can do with the ability. Terra Fighting is cool because you do have that ability to hit the King Gambit in case you need it, and you have Heat Wave and Expanding Force as very powerful spread type attacks, especially in that psychic terrain. Finally, that Male Entity running that Psychic Surge with that Choice Scarf, because you don't really want to run Focus Sash on a team that has Sand and you bring Tyranitar quite consistently. Choice Scarf for that extra speed allows it to outspeed quite a bit in the base of hundreds and threaten a lot of damage with that Expanding Force and Psychic. in that psychic terrain, that hyper voice for a spread normal type attack if you do need it against a dark type, against Incineroar, and trick because you can trick, choice scarf, and disrupt your opponent, as well as you could even trick your own team if you absolutely need to. But that is the team. Overall, the team is just utilizing both either offense with either the sand mode or the side spam mode. You have the really heavy hitting Delphox Entity, which is a great combination, incredibly powerful. The Tyranitar plus Garchomp if you want to go for a setup Garchomp game. The Mandibuzz is a nice pairing with the Garchomp because you will have access to that Tailwind to support the Garchomp and can stick around longer on the field than like a Talonflame. Taunt can be very nice for Amoonguss again, disrupting spores, disrupting trick rooms, and does have roost for recovery, so the Mandibuzz can stick around while the Garchomp's threatening. If they protect the stall of Tailwind turns, you can get the Mandibuzz healthy and then maybe get another trick room up, which is very ideal. And that is a way you could go with this team. The Mandibuzz just provides a bulky pivot as well as a way that just keeps up that Tailwind support for the offensive mons, like that Delphox, the Entity, supporting the Tyranitar, and I guess Wugtrio as well if it's able to actually do damage. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Golden Go Kingdra with Sinistra, Annihilate, Meowstic, and Dondozo. Alright, no Tatsugiri. That's positive. What am I supposed to expect from this team? All right, let's see how do I want to approach this matchup. I do want to bring Mandibuzz. Mon immune to Fissure is pretty good. Taunt is pretty nice. I can't tell what this team is. Do you want to bring Mandibuzz? I don't think I like Tyranitar. It's okay. I wouldn't say I love it though. I'm trying to think about what I bring here. I can't see myself bringing the Entity. I want the Delphox because it's good into Golden Go, Annihilate, good into Sinistra. I don't really like Tyranitar in this matchup. It does do well against the Dark Weak Pokemon, but it's not the best mon out there. I'm tempted to bring Wugtrio just for the heck of it. You know what? I'll bring the Wugtrio for the heck of it. Like, I think I could see myself valuing Tyranitar more, but I like having a fast mon because I think having Pokemon that can clean up end games against like Annihilate can be pretty crucial, as well as Golden Go. And I feel like the speed matters here because I don't know if I'm going to get Tailwind up if I'm going to be trying to taunt and prevent, like, shut down like any situations of them setting up. We're going to see the Meowstic and the Dondozo. Okay. Don't be imprisoned, Expanding Force, and I think we're fine. I'm gonna taunt the Meowstic, and I'm just gonna Expanding Force. I could trick here too. Tricking the Dondozo would have some benefits, but I think I'm okay with just going for Expanding Force immediately. Let's see. Light Screen gonna come out, which is not too surprising. All right. As we do get the Expanding Force off, should do some pretty good damage to both. Yeah, pretty good damage. Okay. Taunt the Meowstic. And then what does Dondozo do? Yawn, Wave Crash immediately. That's one way to play a game. I'm just going to go for Foul Play, and I'm going to go for Expanding Force. Really? Meowstic switches out. Sinistra? Sinistra. Okay. This is really just a Fissure team, isn't it? It's just spam Fissure. Oh my goodness. We crit the Dondozo. I'll gladly take critting the Dondozo here. Citrus Berry on Dondozo. Huh. We get a Foul Play off into Dondozo. Should do a decent chunk. That actually did do a pretty good chunk. All right, we gladly take those. We gladly take those. I'm just taunting the Sinistra and going for Expanding Force. Dondozo might protect and they might switch out to Meowstic so they can get like another Hospitality. And I'm just going to prevent them from really doing too much here. What the heck are we dealing with, man? Why is this just spam Fisher? That's also another reason I wanted to bring Mandibuzz, is in case this was Fisher Dondozo, I wanted to switch in. Yep, since retreats, there should be Meowstic. I don't know if Foul Play would KO the Meowstic with the expanding force, so I didn't want to risk it. Yep, they protect Dondozo. Yep, this is really obvious. Okay, perfect. Expanding force. Good. And taunt. Almost psychic terrain turns are going to wear off soon, but that's fine. I'm just going to go for Foul Play and a Dondozo, and I'm just going to go for another expanding force. I could Terra Psychic to get a surprise knockout, but don't think I need it. We are going to see the Meowstic retreat back into Sinistra. I can't believe they're playing this game, man. Sinistra in, Hospitality once again. I mean, we're doing good damage with Foul Play, so it's not like this is a terrible, terrible spot. We crit to Sinistra this time. Okay. Like, we're bound to get crits with screens up, but then again, it's like a matter of time they hit a Fisher, right? Foul Play. Wow, thankfully, their time is not now. Gladly take that. All right, all right, all right. Last Pokemon's Annihilate, sure. They don't have any recovery with Dondozo available unless they have rest. So I'm just going to Tailwind and I'm going to Expanding Force. Right? Yeah, I don't see a problem with going for Tailwind and Expanding Force. They haven't used their Terra yet, which is the thing that concerns me. Terra coming out. Should be the 8. All right. Terrifier. Yep, exactly why I brought Wugtrio, in case there was a Terra that I needed to help out here. And it's definitely going to help out. All right, here comes Expanding Force. Huge damage. Go for Bulk Up. Okay. You know what's funny? Dondozo, can you hit your Fisher now? I would love you to hit your Fisher now. Hit your Fisher into Entity, and we're in a really good spot. Now they go for Yawn? Really? Okay. I mean, my best play is just to switch out into the Delphox, right? And click Foul Play into the Dondozo. Yep. I still think I was probably in an okay spot with Expanding Force on Delphox and the Wugtrio in the back to deal with the damage. Even if we didn't get those crits and if they landed an earlier Fisher, maybe not an immediate Fisher, but like one of the 3, but thankfully they haven't so far. I should probably taunt the ape, but Foul Play in a Dozo just helps out here, so I don't have to worry about Wave Crasher Fisher on the switch. They protect, but that's all right, because they probably either Drain Punch one of the slots. Foul Play into protect. Drain Punch into Delphox, which is fine. I don't mind them taking the knockout of Delphox. So I'm just going to go for a Expanding Force into the Dondozo, and I'm going to taunt the Annihilate. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. I guess, no, I Terra Blast the Dondozo in case the Meowstic switches in. I mean, if they switch to Meowstic, that's fine. Maybe I should have went for Terra Blast and Taunt in Dondozo, but that doesn't cover a double protect. So Dondozo goes down to the Terra Blast. We do get the Taunt off into Annihilate, so it can't go for Bulk Up. If they want a Rage Fist, that's fine. Like, I'll like go for Rage Fist to gladly will take that. Yep, they went for another Bulk Up. Perfect. Okay, all I have to do is get rid of that Meowstic and I win the game. Screens are going to wear off soon, so they kind of want to probably... Well, they're probably going to get Reflect up. It is last turn of Light Screen, though, so they got to be cautious. I'm just going to go for Foul Play, and I'm just going to go for a Terra Blast. I don't want to boost the Rage Fist even further. in case the Wugtrio survives somehow. They go for... Oh, they didn't check their turns. Terra Blast gonna come out into the Meowstic. I'll play KO. I mean, even if they got Reflect up, did it change anything? Not really. Like, I just bring in Wugtrio, I bring out the Entity, I think I win the game. You're gonna go for Drain Punch into Mandibuzz, sure. All right, screen wears off. I'm just gonna do some funny stuff. I'm gonna foul play my own Delphox, and I'm gonna Expanding Force their Annihilate. I want the free switch in to my Wugtrio to clean up this game because that's who I'm feeling I want to win. They Drain Punch the Mandibuzz. Okay, so they're getting more recovery. That's sure. I just want Wugtrio to win the game. Granted, could I lose here if... I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do way too much to them in the end game. KO the Delphox, and let's get in our Wugtrio. It's Wugtrio time. Oh my goodness. And I can't believe I even got to save the Terra. I wasn't sure who I was going to Terra in this game. I just knew it probably wasn't Mandibuzz. Taunt wears off, which is fine. We're going out into Wugtrio. We're clicking Triple Dive. So we're going to go for foul play into the Annihilate, and we're going to go for the Triple Dive. Please just hit Triple Dive, because for some reason, I don't get why they made a move as broke as Surging Strikes, and then they give a signature move to Dismon. And it's like one of the worst versions of Surging Strikes ever. It's a little bit more powerful, no crit chance, and it can miss. It's like, why? It's like, why? Why even bother? Like, they have given so many broken moves and stats in this generation, and then they just troll sometimes. But we do hit our Triple Dive. We went for Terra Water. I was willing to risk it. That should KO Annihilate, right? Yeah, it does. If we missed, it was probably okay, because I'm pretty sure single target Expanding Force plus like 2 foul plays would have been enough, or 1 foul play would have been enough. But yeah, thankfully that doesn't come down to it. We get the KO onto the Annihilate. I don't know what their team was, man. Bulky screens, stall with Fisher, I suppose. I still can't believe that was their game plan. I guess they couldn't play like a bulk up Annihilate game with the power of like Sand plus Psychic or Psy Spam, so they decided to go to Fisher Dundoza mode and now pay off, which I am always happy to see. All right, we have Slacking, Wheezing with Palafin, Metagross, Glamora, and Tyranitar. Huh. Strange team for sure. For sure. All right. How do I want to perform against this team? Hyper Voice Entity can do a lot of damage. We are threatening a lot with Psychic. I might want to lead Tyranitar plus the Male Entity. I don't think it's a bad option. Don't really like my own. My own Tyranitar is like kind of questionable here. I think it's okay, but it's not incredible. Mandibuzz helps out against Metagross. Can be a switch, but I'm not too sure. Wugtrio's pretty good here. Garchomp can be solid. Though the problem is the Garchomp needs turns to set up, which I don't know if I can get access to. I think I'm going to do Entity plus Delphox. And then in the back, I'm going to bring the Wugtrio and Mandibuzz. Let's try it out. I think I could set up for a decent position. If they go with Tyranitar lead against Psy Spam, that's okay. Again, I do have Terra Fighting option on my Delphox, which I'm okay to go for the Terra with, realistically. I don't think any of my other Pokemon realistically need to Terra in this matchup. And they lead Slacking, Wheezing, which is kind of what I expected here. Perfect. So I lead Entity plus Delphox. Neutralizing Gas can activate. That's fine. I'm just going to go for a Psychic into the Slacking, but I want to do with you, Delphox. Do I want to Protect? Probably. I could go for a Terrifying Terra Blast immediately, but I feel like this is such a common option. The Slacking might read that. I'm going to protect the Delphox. I don't know who they're going to respect more, the Indeedee or the Delphox, but we'll find out. Going to go for Protect here. Weezing going to Protect, which is not too surprising. It is vulnerable to the Psychic moves. Double Edge into Delphox. It's Scarf on the Slacking. It's Scarf Slacking. Huh. Psychic did some pretty good damage to Slacking. Okay. Why is it Scarf Slacking? Does that even KO? I think I Psychic the Weezing, and I think I always go into Mandibuzz here. What? It's Scarf Slacking? They probably Terra the Weezing and most likely attack into my Delphox, which is fine. Bring out the Mandibuzz as I Psychic the Weezing. They do Terra. If they didn't Terra, like, I punish it heavily. And if I get this, like, still pretty good spot, I'd say. Terra Ghost. Okay. Like, Double Edge shouldn't do too much to Mandibuzz with the Citrus Berry. Recovery as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was taking that pretty well. We were able to tank it. Get the Citrus Berry healing. How much damage is the Weezing gonna do? And who are you targeting? Psychic gonna come out into the Weezing for some pretty good damage. Yeah, that's a lot. Citrus Berry plus Gunk Shot. Shouldn't KO. It doesn't. Nice. No poison. That actually is impactful because I'm pretty sure I can Foul Play. Or I could Tailwind here. Both are pretty good. It depends on if I think I'm faster than the Weezing, but I feel like if the Weezing took the Psychic super well, I think it needed HP and Spadef investments. I'm pretty sure I can outspeed with Mandibuzz and get a Tailwind off. So I'm going to fire a Psychic off into the Weezing, and I'm just going to go for Tailwind. Double Edge going to come out into the Indeedee, pick up the Knockout, which is okay. I think next turn I get a nice pin with Foul Play and Heat Wave. Yeah, I do get the Tailwind up nice. Good. And Taunt from the Weezing, but a bit too slow against the Mandibuzz. Excellent. Now we can bring in Delphox. The only problem is we can't activate Magician anymore, but that's acceptable. Bring out the Delphox. I think Heat Wave should KO the Slacking. If not, I'll Foul Play the Slack. Wait, Slacking is what, 167? It outspeeds my Mandibuzz if I miss, which is not ideal. I think my best play is just to go for an Expanding Force into the Slacking, because Expanding Force should KO the Slacking easily. Go for a Foul Play, double up into Slacking, I think. If they switch out, that's okay. But yeah, they're going to protect Weezing because they don't want to lose the Neutralizing Gas. It's pretty important to their strategy. Expanding Force is going to come out into the Slacking and pick up the Knockout. Critical hit, I don't think it's necessary. Slacking special defense is just awful. It is not great. And Foul Play going to go into the Protect. So really, really solid. I think we have 2 turns of Tailwind to capitalize, which is pretty strong here. And we have forced their Terra. So that's really good. Glimmora going to come in. Trying to think about how I want to set up this end game. Last Pokemon has to be Tyranitar, I think, but I'm not 100%. I think it's Sash on the Glim. I could Terra Fighting here and go for Expanding Force. I could double up the Weezing, which isn't a bad play. I think I will protect Delphox and Foul Play the... You know what? I'll Foul Play the Glimmora. The reason I'm going to Foul Play the Glimmora is because the ability is not... Wait, are you Ability Shield Glimmora? No way. No way. They go for a double protect with Weezing, which makes sense. They have to KO the Delphox. The Delphox is the more threatening mon, I'd say. Sludge Wave, sure. Okay. Is it a Salt Vest Glimmora? I have no clue. Alright. The Weezing might go down to Foul Play. I did plan to Terra this Pokemon initially anyway. There's really no Terra I want to save this for, so I am going to go for a Terra. I am going to go for Expanding Force into the Glamora, and I am going to Foul Play the Wheezing. If Glamora protects, that's okay. I should get the KO on Wheezing with the Foul Play, because since it has Gunk Shot, it should be physical, which means Foul Play should do enough, even with Wheezing's high defense stat. The Glamora, I have no idea if it's a Assault Vest. I'm just going to cover my bases with a Terra Fighting here in case it's the Power Gem or Meteor Beam or Earth Power I'm scared of. All right, no protects. Expanding Force. KO's Glamora. Yep, perfect. And Foul Play should KO the Wheezing, which is super ideal. And then it's a 1v3 versus the final. What would be scary? They can't have a Choice Scarf on their team anymore. Palafin's not a threat. Tyranitar, as I said before, I had a really good game plan into it, and I think I'm pretty okay here. Taunt wears off, Tailwind peters out. Feel pretty good. Feeling pretty good. What's the final? Metagross. Perfect. Mandibuzz wins. All my Pokemon win, actually. I guess my Terra didn't matter here, but we're going to go for Heat Wave and Foul Play into the Metagross. No reason to Tailwind here. Just go for as much damage as we possibly can. The Metagross would have to be very specific set, but it didn't even dodge the Heat Wave, and Delphox actually just picks up the knockout with a critical hit. Not necessary. I'm pretty sure Mandibuzz cleaned up. If they targeted Mandibuzz, I still had the Wugtrio in the back, and I don't think they could pick up the knockout. Like, what? What would you even need? I don't think you could have anything. I realistically don't think you could have any set that would be able to beat me there, so nice. Awkward against this Choice Scarf Slacking. Choice Scarf Slacking was definitely not in my books. But I felt like the best spot was, even though we sacked the Entity to not get the Psychic Terrain up, we were actually able to reposition thanks to our Tailwind Mandibuzz, which was huge. Being able to survive 2 double edges from the Slacking was huge. With that Citrus Berry, I was able to get recovery. I was faster than the Wheezing, got the Tailwind off. Foul Play was actually driving some pretty good damage across the board. And then next to the Delphox, once their team was weakened, was really tough for my opponent to stop. We have Sneasler, Hisuian Typhlosion, Whimsicott, Male Entity, the Annihilate, and our Caledon. All right, pretty standard team for the most part. Tyranitar going to be a big factor here. Mandibuzz is actually pretty good too. I'm trying to think if I could cheese something with Wugtrio. Wugtrio could cheese something. I want to bring Mandibuzz because Tailwind's really good. I do got to watch out because Final Gambit and Annihilate is still concerning. But I think it's okay. I don't like Male Entity because of most likely it's going to be Terra Dark on the Sneasler. And playing a Speed Tie against the Typhlosion, which I think it is because we're modest. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, no, wait. It's usually Choice Specs on this team. I still think I'd prefer... You know what? I'm going to bring Wugtrio. I'm bringing Wugtrio. Plus Mandibuzz as a starter. I'm going to bring the Delphox and the Tyranitar back. Because I think these Pokemon are really good against my opponent in general. I really love the Delphox. If they give me the Psychic Terrain, it looks pretty strong into their team. Because it's just faster than most of their Pokemon, and that Psychic Seed could help out against the Hisuian Typhlosion, while Tyranitar is just good against most of their team with that Assault Vest. We have the Sneasler and Male Entity combination versus Mandibuzz and Wugtrio. This is such a funny lead. This is such a funny lead, man. All right. Psychic Seed from the Sneasler. I wonder who they're going to respect, the Mandibuzz or the Wugtrio? I'm just going to attempt to go for a Tailwind. And I'm going to go for Triple Dive straight into the Entity. I don't know if they're going to respect the Tailwind option or if they're going to respect the Wugtrio. But assuming they don't Trick Room, I feel like I'm in an amazing spot. I guess if they Trick Room, it's still not even that bad. I get Tyranitar for free. And Tyranitar is still slower than all of these Pokemon, so it's okay. They go for Dire Claw and a Mandibuzz. Oh, this could be really good. Get paralyzed, which is unfortunate, but still playable. Please hit the Triple Dive. Nice! Triple Dive into Entity. This is like Urshifu all over again. Goodbye, Male Entity. You just got Wugtrio. All right, nice. Please get Tailwind up. Please get Tailwind up. If we get Tailwind up, we're in such a good position. We're in such a good position. Nice. Really good turn. Really good turn. All right, we're able to get rid of the male entity. Huge threat. Drew its Focus Sash. I assume it's Focus Sash, like most male entities are. Whimsicott going to come in. They're going to get Tailwind up. So what? So what? We're going to go for a Foul Play into the Sneasler, and we're going to go for a triple dive into the... do we? We could taunt the Whimsicott. Doesn't really change too much. I'd rather just Foul Play the Sneasler, because I think the only way to KO Wugtrio is close combat, which lowers their defense, which is pretty big. I'm going to triple dive to Sneasler. Do we speed tie with male in with Sneasler if it's adamant? I think we do. I can't remember if it's 174. Dire Claw into Wugtrio. Okay, I thought you need to close combat to KO Wugtrio, but I was wrong there. I was wrong. I'll admit that. I get paralyzed, which is unfortunate. Okay. Scary now. I think I'm gonna go Tyranitar still regardless. Tyranitar is pretty effective for the most part. Psychic Terrain is still around. I'm just gonna taunt the Whimsicott, I think, and I'm gonna go for a Terra Blast into the Sneasler. Yes, I think that's correct. Because Sneasler, I don't think ever Terras into Dark here. I think they want to save the Terra for the Typhlosion. They could protect, which is fine, because that means they're not doing enough damage. I taunt so they can't set up the Sun with the Whimsicott. Unless you Sunny Day here, but I think you're Moonblasting. Okay, Sneasler protects. Absolutely fine. This might just be Moonblast for Chip. Yep. And the Mandibuzz. We tank that extremely, extremely well. All right, we get the Citrus Berry healing, and Terra Blast going to go to protect. We get the taunt off. That's what I'm more concerned about. I really want this taunt into Whimsicott. Nice. Okay. So Whimsicott is taunted. We can go for a Foul Play. It's not Covert Cloak. It's just Mental Herb. Oh, that's kind of annoying. All right. I really want to KO the Sneasler before I begin my attacks. I'm going to taunt the Whimsicott again, and I'm going to Terra Blast the Sneasler. If they double up the Mandibuzz, that's fine. If they double Tyranitar surviving. I wonder if Terra Blast knocks out the Sneasler at this range. Without Terra, I kind of doubt it, but we'll find out. There's still a lot of possibilities that could go wrong here. They go straight for the Dire Claw. They don't Terra, which is great. Why'd you crit me? Okay. Blast is fine. Please get the taunt off, and please get the Terra Blast is going to KO. Ah, that crit's really annoying because I think Eruption's going to KO me now, regardless. Laser goes down. Taunt into the Whimsicott. The reason we taunt the Whimsicott, by the way, is just so Sunny Day is not active. Now, I think we're in a good spot because I'm pretty sure that Delphox can win because it's probably Typhlosion in the back and they have to lock into a move here. Tailwind Peter's out, which is fine. You're just going to go Tyranitar or wait, is our Caledon back? Oh, wait. I don't know about this one. Okay. Ah, that's rough, actually. Okay. Oh, why are you Arcalon back? I really thought you were playing for Typhlosion endgame, but I guess Arcalon makes sense. Because my team isn't super weak to Eruption. Oh, that's really bad. I think we're losing here. Unless you do that. Why'd you divide the attacks like that? Okay. I get a low kick off into the Arcalodon. Like, even though I didn't get the KO on our cow. Oh, it's stamina. Huh. Okay. I don't have my Psychic Seed anymore. I forgot that was the last turn. I debated about switching Mandibuzz out into the Delphox. This is going to be super close of an end game. Oh, I might have. Oh, I think I threw by not switching out. I think I need to switch out there. I did think I have to switch out. Surprised I haven't teared Arcalon yet. I guess I knock off the Arcalon Heat Wave. I thought I should have got in for a Psychic Seed. I was like wondering, why did I want to switch out Mandibuzz into the Delphox, and I was trying to figure out if taking the extra damage was ever worth it. No. What the heck is that? Terra Psychic? If I outspeed Whimsicott with Heat Wave, maybe? I do. I just barely missed a knockout on Whimsicott. No. Last time I ever survives, but I doubt it. What is this endgame? What is this endgame? Tyranitar goes down to the Snarl. Wait, what just happened? Whimsicott goes down to Sand, right? It's single target Heat Wave now. Okay, I don't think anything prepared me for what was coming in. It's the last turn of Sand. I don't think it changes anything if I'm not mistaken, because the Sand is going to disappear. We're still going to protect anyway. Realistically, I shouldn't protect because, like, I've seen positions where I threw. I think I should have just went for the Heat Wave, but we'll find out. What is going on? Why is it Terra Psychic Arcalon? And is it Assault Vest? I think it is. With Terra Psychic. I guess it's a fighting resist. Look, I should have just switched out to get my Psychic Seed boost. Even if they Thunderbolted, the damage was not incredible, right? Because I had the Psychic Seed. Granted, I did not think they were Thunderbolting that slot. I thought this was just easy Electroshot into the Tyranitar slot and a Moonblast into Mandibuzz. I was like, do I want to risk a special attack drop? That's the reason why I decided not to switch out. But I should have switched out because I need that Psychic Seed boost. I had to risk it anyway. I still have to hit Heat Wave to win the game because Terra Blast is not KOing. And Heat Wave might not even KO. It's close. It's close. It's single target Heat Wave. What is this Arcalon set, by the way? Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, Snarl. We hit the Heat Wave. We KO. This game shocked me with how it worked. I mean, looking back at my team, I kind of understand why you don't bring the Typhlosion, because I had a lot of good or a lot of fire resist in general. I didn't think Arcalon was going to be brought because I thought it was super frail against my team. But it makes sense for the electric coverage in the Mandibuzz, but what the heck just happened, man? Alolan Ninetales, Annihilate, Golden Go, Dragonite, Primarine, and Arcanine. Alright, this is the team that Justin Tang and Shilian Tang as well as... Oh, why am I blanking out the name? Chongjun used and built together. It's a innovation by UB Slow originally. They ended up doing pretty well at LIC. How do I want to perform against this team? I like Specs Primarina, which is actually really scary to deal with. They don't have the best psychic answers though. They really don't. I think I'm gonna go with Male Entity plus the Delphox lead, because Expanding Force double with 2 attacks is really strong against them. Yeah, I think it's really strong against them. Do I want Tyranitar in this game? It's good against everything besides the Annihilate. I don't think I bring Mandibuzz here because I don't think I need Tailwind speed control in this. At least I hope I don't. I think it's bring Wugtrio, and I think it's bring Tyrant. I think it's Tyranitar just so they don't have access to Aurora Veil as a move. We'll see how this goes. But I do like this spot. I mean, they don't exactly have the best options. Although I have to watch out because I can't really damage Primarina without Psychic Terrain. So I need to make sure that Primarina is weakened. Zapmon is a huge threat. Dragonite Primarina? Well, if they're so generous of giving me this lead, I will gladly take it. I will gladly take their invitation here. I don't need my Terra fighting on Delphox. I'm going to go straight for the Terra Psychic Expanding Force into the Dragonite slot. And I'm going to go for Expanding Force. Double Expanding Force. They don't have a switch. Primarina's taking a bunch of damage. I get to take an item with Magician. I don't know if we're getting the choice specs or if we're getting the loaded dice. I have no idea how Magician works on double spread move if both items are available here. So that'll be interesting to see. If we get the choice specs and we're able to knock out both Pokemon, the game's over. If it's just steal the loaded dice from Dragonite, it's still really rough for them. So let's see. Terra Psychic on the male entity. Powerful Expanding Force coming out. All right, no switches. They give me the damage in the Primarina, which is fantastic. Here is an Expanding Force, and that does so much damage to their team. Another Expanding Force follow-up into the Dragonite and the Primarina. Yeah, as I... Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, which item am I getting? Give me the choice specs. Give me the choice specs. Give me the choice specs. I got the loaded dice. But you know what? Yeah, there really is not the best here of chances. Golden Go gonna come in and Ninetales. Yep, the game is over. So I'm gonna go for... I think I'm just gonna Expanding Force and Heat Wave. I have Scarf on the male indies, so... which they technically don't have confirmation, but you should assume it because of the fact that Delphox moved slower. I think I just Heat Wave and Expanding Force. If they get a Roar Veil up, it's not even that bad. They're going to Terra, I think, Golden Go to avoid the Heat Wave, but I did go for the male entity Psychic Terrain Expanding Force here, so they're about to take a bunch of damage. If they go for Icy Wind, that's completely fine. Wugtrio is going to have to clean up in the back against the gold. Yeah, that's fine. Expanding Force. So much damage, as you can see. They go for the Icy Wind, but... look, you can only Make It Rain or Shadow Ball here, which is perfectly acceptable because you can only get one knockout and then I just switch out the other and then I just win the game because the Sand's going to finish off the Ninetales. Looks like they adjusted the team because the Golden Go was Citrus Berry originally on the pace. They go for a Shadow Ball, but that's the power of Psychic Seed Delphox. We were able to tank it, get a Heat Wave off, KO the Ninetales. We don't KO the Gold, but I think we win anyway because we go into Tyranitar. I can get my 4-0 here. I will get my 4-0. Why not? Oh, it's leftovers. They switched it. Okay. Actually, was it always leftovers? Maybe it was. I think it was. Oh, yeah. No, it was leftovers on this Golden Gold. The original team did have leftovers. I'm thinking of the Citrus Berry team on the Alex and Eric Rios team. Okay. I mean, I win the game anyway. I go Tyranitar. I click Protect. Actually, I'm just going to Expanding Force. I don't really care about a 4-0 than guaranteeing the win. Although, I guess I guarantee the win anyway. I just want to see if Delphox does Make It Rain at this range. Because, I mean, it is with Psychic Seed boost and Resist. I wouldn't be surprised if we do survive this. Yeah, we actually survived this. I was like, I didn't expect to do that little damage, but I knew that we had a +1 special defense and the gold isn't like crazy boosted in this special attack. So we are able to KO the Golden Go with Expanding Force, and yeah, power of double Psychics if they don't have a Dark type, and they had Terra Steel Dragonite, which I think was the only option to really consider. And that is just a mind game of do I go for Heat Wave Expanding Force. But the thing is, Primarina was the biggest threat, and I was very happy to get rid of Primarina if they gave me that opportunity, which they absolutely did. Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Annihilate, Dragonite, Volcarona, and Rillaboom. I think I know this team too. At least I know the 6. I've seen it on a blog before, but I have no idea what the sets were. Okay. This is going to be really tricky because I actually have no idea what the right answer is to this team. If we had a Wugtrio that could guarantee crit, like, you know what's funny? I bet if Wugtrio got Surgery Strikes, no one would complain about Wugtrio. No one would complain about Wugtrio. They should just delete Urshifu from the game, give Wugtrio Surgery Strikes, and no one would complain because you have to use Wugtrio in order to use Surgery Strikes, and this mod's a lot like frailer than Urshifu, I'll tell you that much. Especially with no Unseen Fist. What do I want to go against this team? Tyranitar is not bad here. Psyspam's really good. Because I do need the initial amount of damage. Yeah, this is going to be tough because Garchomp can't really do anything in this game. Tyranitar is like, it's good against Volcarona and Dragonite, but it's awful against everything else. And Wugtrio doesn't even do that much here. So you know what? I think we bring Mandibuzz. I think I'm going to do Mandibuzz plus Tyranitar and then bring the Delphox and the Entity in the back. Because I don't think you're going to start with Annihilape, because leading Annihilape into Psyspam, unless you're Scarf Final Gambit, is, I think, really tough for you. I do need Tailwind, I think, because Tailwind's going to be pretty important for the speed advantage against Dondozo, because Delphox is slower. Oh, they actually did lead Annihilape plus Dragonite. Wow. All right. Versus Mandibuzz and Tyranitar. Sand is up. I am gonna just Tailwind immediately and go for a knockoff into the Annihilape, because if it's Choice Scarf, I do want to get rid of Choice Scarf. Dragonite goes down, or Multiscale goes down here, so to Sand, so I don't want to target it if I don't have to. I could see a bunch of lines here. If it's Scarf Annihilape, I do get the knockoff at least. As long as it's not low kick Dragonite too, then I think we're fine. It depends heavily on this Annihilape set, because are you Final Gambit? Are you Choice Scarf? Do you have enough HP to knock out Mandibuzz? Because sometimes if it's like a Focus Sash Annihilape, they don't run actually enough to KO. Stealth Rocks. That is not what I anticipated. It's going to hurt my Delphox a lot. They Scale Shot with Dragonite, which is fine. Okay. This was a good turn. I didn't Terra because I felt like Terra and Tyranitar is obvious, and I lose so much if Final Gambit happens. I'd rather them just close combat. All right, they hit 5 times. That's a weak Dragonite, by the way. That really did not do much. Get the speed boost. Here comes a Tailwind from the Mandibuzz. And knock off into the Annihilape. That's so much damage. Okay. That's a pretty good turn. That's a pretty good turn. So Mandibuzz is faster than Tyranitar. So I can Foul Play and Rock Slide here. And I threaten a ton of damage. Yeah, so I'm going to go for Rock Slide and Foul Play. If they Terra, they're forced to Terra the Dragonite, which is fine. If they Protect, I get the KO into the Annihilate, which is pretty good. So Foul Play going to come out. They should KO with the combination of Rock Slide, or Foul Play just KOs because it's probably offensive Annihilate. Okay. So that worked out really, really well. Like, I did not expect this advantageous of a position, but we'll gladly take it. All right, the -1 defense. They didn't bring Dondozo. It's Rillaboom coming in. Wow. Okay, interesting. No, Dondozo's interesting. I wonder if they fought like one of these Pokemon at Haze. I will gladly take it though. I'm gonna if it's not Dondozo back, what's their blast? Volcarona has to be. I don't need these Pokemon to win as long as the Volcarona isn't like Dark Terra or Steel Terra. If Steel Terra is still fine. I'm gonna go for Foul Play and a Dragonite. I'm gonna go for Rock Slide. Actually, no, I'm gonna knock off the Dragonite too, because you're either gonna Fake Out. If you Grassy Glide, it doesn't KO either. I think this is okay. We are gonna see the Terra from the Dragonite. Is this Terra Fairy? Or are they going to Fake Out the Mandibuzz because they're worried about Foul Play, and I'm going for knockoff for the extra damage? Terra normal. Huh. That's fine by me. All right, no fake out. So I do get the foul play off into Dragonite and a knockoff. So goodbye, Dragonite. Beautiful. I wasn't sure if they were going to fake out. Like, fake out Mandibuzz, I thought made a lot of sense because of momentum-wise. But I knew that they could also Woodhammer Tyranitar. If they Woodhammer Tyranitar, that's fine. Yeah, like, I'm okay with this. So goodbye, Tyranitar. But at this point, I just get to bring in the male entity. I get to click Expanding Force with Terra Psychic plus Foul Play. And I don't see the response here. I'm bringing out my male entity for that terrain. Now that I want the terrain control, go for a Terra Psychic Expanding Force. Yeah, Volcarona is the last. Stealth Rocks don't matter. Psychic Terrain is up. I get to go for help. I get to go for Expanding Force and Foul Play. I could taunt the Mandibuzz or taunt the Volcarona with Mandibuzz too. But it should be like a Solvest Rila. So I think I'd rather just focus down on taking the knockout onto Rillaboom. Because Rillaboom cannot survive a Terra Psychic Expanding Force plus Foul Play. And once Rillaboom goes down, I can isolate the Volcarona by itself and probably just win the game. With the combination of Mandibuzz plus one of my Psychic Pokemon back, whether it's the what's it called? Delphox or the Entity. All right, no protects. Expanding Force, Terra Psychic. Gonna do so much damage here. Yep, doesn't KO either, but that's fine. Citrus Berry on the bulk. Okay. It's a lot more recovery than I would have hoped, but still pretty acceptable. You do get the KO onto the Rillaboom. I guess I could have Terra flying the Tyranitar, but I didn't think they were gonna low kick. I thought they could have Scale Shot, doubled it with like fake out Scale Shot. They do get a Quiver Dance, which is acceptable. It's a single target Expanding Force, so I threatened so much damage. Is my Tailwind expired? Yeah, it did. Okay. So I just set it back up. They gotta take the KO on male entity, which is fine. I just go for Expanding Force. Oh, I'm faster than Volcarona. That's a slow Volcarona, so I'm able to get the Expanding Force single target before Volcarona can get any attacks off. Volcarona does go down to the Expanding Force. Good game. Nice. No Dundozo. I love seeing no Dundozo. Absolutely love seeing no Dundozo, but yeah, I mean, Volcarona Rillaboom could have been really good against my team too. It was just the thing is, the Volcarona was kind of... The thing is, I took a bunch of resources at the beginning. Like, I got that big KO and Annihilate turn 2 with the knockoff combination. Got a free Tailwind up turn 1 while Dragonite got some chip damage, but it was incredible. Foul play into the Annihilate KO. Like, the fact that Mandibuzz was really rough for them. Like, because they didn't, like, lead with Volcarona or anything, they couldn't do damage to it, so they tried to build up damage, but it really just did not work out. I was able to get so many pieces removed from their board and just set up for a really good side spam endgame. Sneasler, Male Entity, Talonflame, Ursaluna, Dundozo, and Tatsugiri. Great. This will be something. This will be something. What do I want to go here? I think I want to lead Tyranitar. Dealing with Dundozo Tatsugiri is always super rough, but it's manageable. I'm just gonna lead Mandibuzz plus Tyranitar, I think, because Tyranitar pressures the Talonflame quite a bit. So if they want to lead something with Talonflame, it's like Sneasler, which is acceptable because Mandibuzz kind of walls it, and it's really, really weak to side spam if they decide to go for that combination. I had to bring the side spam mode in the back. Wugtrio. It could do work, man, if it wasn't for the fact that the Dundozo Tatsugiri mode existed. The Dundozo Tatsugiri mode is like the thing that's stopping me from bringing Wugtrio. If Wugtrio had Haze or something, oh, it would solve every issue, man. But it does not get access to Haze. We're going to see Talonflame and Ursaluna, which is not too surprising lead-wise. Okay. As we do lead the Mandibuzz plus Tyranitar. I don't think Ursaluna can pick up the knockout on Mandibuzz. This is a really specially defensive Mandibuzz. So I'm going to go for a Tailwind. And I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. Earth Power is not KOing the Tyranitar. They could go for a Willis, but if they go for Willis, that means that they forfeit any option of getting a Tailwind up with their Talonflame, and that's pretty big. We're going to see the Terra. This is probably Terra Normal on the Blood Moon. I don't know. Can it KO Mandibuzz? Because Mandibuzz is a really good special defensive mob. This one has a lot of Spadef. I feel like we could live with Blood Moon. I don't know about the calc, but I think so. We're going to see Tailwind come out from the Talonflame. Blood Moon comes out. Yeah, I knew it. I knew we could live Blood Moon from Ursaluna. Perfect. Able to get the Citrus Berry recovery in case I need it for later on. At least at the Rock Slide, at least in the Talonflame. Ellen comes out. Because I really don't want to get burned with Tyranitar if I don't have to. Please! Alright. Unlucky. Gonna try to roost stall the Ursaluna, I suppose, and I'm gonna get a rock. I'm gonna go for another rock slide because I don't think low kick's gonna KO after they burn me. Man, I was set up in a great spot to KO the Talonflame. The would have forced in whatever's coming in. Would have had such a good speed advantage. It was Dondozo Tatsugiri in the back, and we didn't even have to hit the Blood Moon. All we had to hit was the Talonflame. Unfortunate. But let's see what we can do. I think if we roost, we live the Terra Normal Hyper Voice from the Ursaluna. And if they overpower the Tyranitar, that's fine too. Oh, they do a Wing Beat the Mandibuzz. That doesn't KO. Mandibuzz the GOAT. Mandibuzz the GOAT. We are able to get the roost. Perfect. It's not timid Ursaluna. I'm not surprised. Hyper Voice going to come out. All right. Super ideal. Yep, we are able to survive. Even that dual Wing Beats combination, we were able to survive, man. That's crazy. Here comes a Rock Slide. KOs the Talonflame. Good damage to Ursaluna. Fantastic. Fantastic. So we get rid of Talonflame. Tailwind turns are being stalled out, which is actually kind of advantageous to me, I think. What's coming in afterward? Because if it's Dondozo Giri in the back, at least I have knockoff pressure. Perfect. It's Dondozo. I want to save the Terra for the male entity. I think I always just foul play the Ursaluna. And I knock off the Dondozo. Because Dondozo can only attack one. Ursaluna is going to retreat. That's fine. Into the Giri. So we finally have the Giri situation set up. Problem is, can we beat the Dondozo? I just still don't know the answer to this question. They might order up the Mandibuzz, which is fine. We'll find out. I'd really love to take the item on Dondozo with knockoff here, but we'll see. Order up into Mandibuzz. Okay, perfect. Alright, Mandibuzz goes down. Perfectly fine. Here's a knockoff. So, no leftovers on Dondozo. Plus, it'll take Sand Chip, which is actually good. Did a lot less than I was hoping for. Alright. So I am going to go out into the male NDD. It just depends on if the Dondozo has... It just depends on if Dondozo has anything here. Like Earthquake, specifically. Because I don't have a switch to Earthquake. I sort of Tailwind for both sides. Sand is still up. I just got to go straight for power, man. We got to go for... Expanding Force does more, right? Yeah, Expanding Force does more than a single target Psychic, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. And then we low kick the Dondozo, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if Earthquake comes out. The thing about Order Up is they did get the option to get like a more powerful Earthquake on the board. If Entity survives the Earthquake, that'd be really good. If they have to Wave Crash, it's super ideal. Like this could be Wave Crash, Heavy Slam, Order Up, which would be super nice. Expanding Force going to come out. Good damage in Dondozo. Not enough, though. It is Earthquake. I think I'm losing both Pokemon here. Yeah. All right. My hope is that I mean, this is winnable still, unironically. As long as Delphox can KO the Dozo. Like, it has to outspeed the Dondozo, which is the important part. That problem is very, very big, though. Okay. Computer's out. I'm actually getting a phone call real quick. I usually have my phone off during recording times, but this was about a delivery, so I did need to actually have the access to the phone. All right, Delphox, you need to outspeed Dondozo. I don't even know if you are going to be able to realistically. I have to Expanding Force here. I can't protect a stall out sand terrain turn. I'm not miscounting turns of Tailwind, right? Nope. You just gotta launch the Expanding Force. If we outspeed the Dondozo and KO it, we're in really excellent shape, I think. They protect here, which is interesting because it doesn't change any situation unless they're stalling out for Psychic Terrain turns. Okay. Because Sandpeter's out. I still have 3 turns of Psychic Terrain, so I don't see what this changes. All right. Do we outspeed Dondozo? Do we outspeed Dondozo? If we outspeed Dondozo, it's a game. Yeah, I didn't think so. Like, I don't know if there's anything I could do though, unfortunately, because I just had such a weakness to Dozo stuff. Like, no matter what, Garchomp wasn't doing anything in this game. There wasn't anything that Wugtrio could do, unfortunately. Here, I guess, like, no, I don't think it changed anything because Garchomp was going to be able to win that end game most likely. And yeah, Wugtrio can't beat the Tatsugiri plus Blood Moon or Saloon in endgame. So really, that is just rough, man. It is just rough. All right, let's go over to games. In game 1, I have no idea why it's a Fisher Dondozo Central team. But that's what happens when you gamble the odds, as they ended up not in their favor and they lost everything. In game 2, was not expecting Choice Scarf slacking, which made me have to improvise, but Mandibuzz surviving 2 double edges to get Tailwind set up and pressure with foul play was the big MVP of this game. In game 3, what a wild game, where I really should have switched out Delphox to get the Psychic Terrain on the Moonblast, so I could have also used the Magician to steal the Arcala's Assault Vest potentially, but after some unpredictable turns, the outcome still ended in victory. But what a game. I don't even know what to expect. I probably should have also considered that Typhlosion is just not good against my team, and maybe they wouldn't have brought it, so Arcalon did make more sense thinking about it afterward. In game 4, no switch-ins to Expanding Force other than their Golden Go, which went for Terra Water and a quick cleanup for the Side Spam duo. In game 5, luckily my opponent didn't bring Dondozo mode, as I was able to overwhelm them with the Tyranitar and Mandibuzz lead and then finish them off with some powerful Expanding Forces after winning the Terrain War. In game 6, this time my opponent did bring Dondozo, and it was really hard to deal with quickly since they had the Tailwind to match mine, so I couldn't outspeed the Dondozo before it could knock out my side of the field. Overall, I think the MVP, as I'm not surprised, Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz actually was able to put in a ton of work in this game. We saw how bulky it was, able to tank attacks, get the Tailwind set up, just stick around on the field. Foul play was pretty disruptive and did some pretty decent damage across the board. Yeah, it's a great Pokemon. Wugtrio on the other side, yeah, don't use this mon. I do not think it was good. I do not think it was good. Like, it's funny, but this mon, use any other water type. A Tauros fighting would have made a lot of, I think would have made a lot of help, especially against the Dondozo. Like, if this thing got haze, at least I could say, hey, this is for the Dondozo matchup because we can haze away the Dondozo boost. But it's just a very fragile mon that can miss And yeah, like you're only really relying on the Sand Veil to actually like hope that Wugtrio can stick around on the field, I guess, longer. Use any other water type. But overall, Magician Delphox was also really cool with that Psychic Seed. I don't know how I would have felt about it at first glance, but it actually was pretty good. Being able to steal the items was fantastic. Delphox was able to tank attacks. Thought it was pretty solid, and of course Sand is still really strong, although I don't really like the Garchomp set, I think, on this team. It's a bit difficult to set up even with the Mandibuzz because there's no fake out, there's no Rage Powder, redirection, or anything, and it's not really worth setting up because even then, like, it only has single target attacks, so it's pretty difficult, I think, to justify committing a lot to setting up that Garchomp as the win con. But overall, fun team. If you'd like to try out, the rental code is on your screen. Hopefully it's still available by the time this video comes out. If you'd like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.